The dining room is shrouded in near darkness, the silence broken only by a rhythmic ticking. Fluorescent lights flicker to life, revealing 7 pale faces around the table. Each guest faces an untouched plate and a mysterious black envelope. The scene is set. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air as the guests await their fate. Julian slumps into a chair at the dining table, his exhaustion palpable in every movement. The dining room bears the heavy marks of the previous night, remnants scattered and forlorn. Lana sits with unnerving stillness, her bloodshot eyes betraying a night of turmoil. The disheveled appearance of each member hints at a shared ordeal, their faces etched with weariness. The air hangs thick with unspoken tension, the remnants of the night casting a pall over the room. In the dining room, the cheerful sounds of dinner fade into silence. Lana's declaration hangs heavy, arresting every movement. A wave of shock washes over the faces of those at the table, their expressions a mix of disbelief and unease. With deliberate calm, Lana tears open the envelope, revealing a cassette tape nestled within. She presents the tape, the label starkly reading, June 4th, Patient 6. I'm going first. In the dimly lit dining room, shadows swirl around Lana as she sits, her hands clasped tightly, betraying her inner turmoil. Her eyes, reflecting the room's gloom, reveal a haunting mix of guilt and deep regret. Lana's voice trembles as she confesses, That girl came to me every week for 6 months. She trusted me. Her voice cracking with remorse, Lana whispers, and I gave her back to him. In the solemn dining room, Lana sits, her voice thick with remorse. The grandfather clock's steady tick-tock echoes, amplifying the burden of her confession. Her voice cracks with pain as Lana admits, I was paid to ignore it, to write off the bruises. The weight of her regret intensifies as she continues. I told her to go back. I told her to do the work. The tick-tock seems to mock her as she reveals the tragic outcome. She hung herself 3 days later. As the second bell echoes, an unsettling darkness descends as the lights dim. A hidden panel silently slides open. A CRT monitor flickers to life, its static-filled screen casting an eerie glow. The room plunges into deeper shadows, the monitor's static heightening the sense of mystery. Grainy, night vision footage plays on the monitor, revealing a stark therapy room under the cloak of night. Lana sits composed, her expression unreadable, facing a trembling teenage girl. The teenage girl trembles visibly, her anxiety filling the small room. Lana's voice cuts through the tension. We can't help you if you're not willing to help yourself. Julian shifts uncomfortably, his eyes darting away from the screen. Camille's hand flies to her mouth, stifling a gasp. The tape concludes, plunging the room into darkness as the screen fades to black. Silence descends as the panel retracts smoothly, concealing its secrets once more. The room is silent, the air thick with unspoken horror. Camille remains frozen, her hand still pressed against her mouth, her eyes wide and haunted. In the tense silence of the dining room, a mysterious envelope appears, sliding silently under the door. The unknown messenger remains unseen, shrouded in shadow. Vincent trembles as he reaches for the ominous letter. His hands shake, betraying the fear that grips him. The envelope is addressed to all, a shared doom. In the dimly lit dining room, Vincent sits alone, the flickering candlelight casting shadows across his face. He holds a worn piece of parchment, his brow furrowed in deep concentration as he absorbs the ancient text. The room is filled with silence, broken only by the sound of Vincent's voice and the occasional crackle of the candle flame. Vincent begins to read aloud from the parchment, his voice echoing through the silent chamber. He pauses, a look of grim determination on his face as he declares, 1 confession down, 6 to go. The penance begins. The candlelight flickers, casting dancing shadows on the walls as Vincent prepares for the task ahead. The sudden screech of a chair against the floor shatters the silence as Lana rises abruptly. Her face remains a mask, betraying nothing as she moves with unnerving resolve. She settles silently onto a cushion, her gaze drawn into the mesmerizing dance of the flames. She continues to stare intently into the dancing flames. The fire crackles and hisses, mirroring the turmoil hidden behind her eyes. The dancing flames reflect in Lana's eyes. Camille sits alone at the polished dining table, the chandelier casting eerie shadows around her. Her eyes dart nervously, betraying the calm facade of the seemingly normal setting. A tremor runs through her hands, the first visible crack in her composure. Her voice barely a whisper, Camille murmurs. This isn't a dinner party. It's an execution. In the dining room, Julian's suppressed fury simmers, his fists clenched. His hands tremble slightly as he struggles to contain his emotions. The weight of a hidden photo presses against his jacket, a constant reminder of secrets. He closes his eyes briefly, battling with inner turmoil as the photo digs into his skin. The dining room fades into a blur as Julian's conflict intensifies. The photo a heavy burden, Julian sits alone at the dining table, a picture of quiet desolation. His eyes are glazed over, lost in the labyrinth of his thoughts. A sudden, jarring image pierces the stillness of his mind. He flinches subtly, the weight of the intrusive vision heavy on his shoulders. The dining room fades into background as Julian remains trapped in a swirl of memories. In the dining room, Julian appears composed, a mask concealing the storm within. His eyes, however, betray his inner turmoil, hinting at the chaos beneath the surface. He becomes a silent observer, subtly scanning the faces around him, a predator in disguise. He knows what he did, Julian thinks, a chilling realization dawning. A web of deceit tightens as Julian thinks, and he knows he's not the only one who lied. The dining room transforms into a stage for a deceptive game where every smile hides a secret. In the dining room, the camera sweeps across the faces of the dinner guests, each a study in concealed guilt and simmering dread. Eyes dart nervously, betraying the unspoken accusations that hang heavy in the air. The grandfather clock ticks ominously in the corner, each beat amplifying the suffocating tension. The rhythmic ticking grows relentless, a deafening crescendo that threatens to shatter the strained silence. The sound builds, reaching a deafening crescendo, each tick amplifying the unspoken accusations hanging in the air.